Do you know who was the first black letter carrier in Canada? If you're scratching your head, don't worry, you're about to find out. It's none other than Albert Jackson. Born into the cruel world of enslavement in the United States, Albert's tale is one of resilience and triumph. The year was around 1856 when he first saw the world, and it was a world that would challenge him at every step. But Albert was a fighter. His first taste of victory came in 1858 when he, along with his mother and siblings, escaped the shackles of slavery. Their destination, Canada, a beacon of hope for those fleeing bondage. This was no easy feat, but they made it, and little Albert, barely 2 years old, was now free. Fast forward to 1882. Albert Jackson, now a grown man, was hired as a letter carrier in Toronto. But the challenges were far from over. His white co-workers refused to train him, a blatant act of racial discrimination. But Albert, the fighter he was, did not back down. The black community in Toronto rallied around him, their collective voice demanding justice for Albert. Their relentless efforts led them to the highest office in the land, the Prime Minister Sir John A. Macdonald. The Prime Minister listened, and Albert was properly instated as a letter carrier. From that point onwards, Albert Jackson served his community faithfully for almost 36 years. During this time he found love with Henrietta Jones, and together they had 4 sons. Albert Jackson passed away in 1918, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and courage. But his story had been forgotten, lost in the annals of history until recently. In the past few years, Albert Jackson's story has been brought back to the forefront. Commemorative posters, a laneway named after him, a historical plaque, and a stamp have all been released in his honor. In 2022, Canada Post inaugurated the Albert Jackson Processing Centre, a fitting tribute to a man who challenged the status quo and paved the way for others. In the end, Albert Jackson was not just a letter carrier. He was a symbol of hope and resilience, a beacon of change in a society marred by discrimination. His story serves as a reminder of the trials faced by Black Canadians in the past, and the ongoing struggle for equality and respect. Albert Jackson, the first black letter carrier in Canada, was a man who left an indelible mark on Canadian society. His life, though filled with challenges, stands as a testament to the power of resilience and the spirit of change. He was, and continues to be, an inspiration to many.